Welcome to NGU TV. NGU TV is a special initiative that we started where we're going to be broadcasting South Sudanese athletes, professionals, and young people across the board. We want to use this as a platform to inspire, nurture, and empower young people so that they too can have successful stories. Today we're going to be interviewing a special young man, somebody who's been a part of our programs for a couple of years now, through our football programs. He's been drafted recently to the Sydney Swans. Riak Andrews, welcome on board.
Whew. Thanks for having me, guys.
Congratulations, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks, man.
That's big time, bro. Wow.
Nah, still doesn't feel real.
Yeah?
Nah, I don't think I'll clock it until maybe like the plane or when I first meet all the players and stuff like that. But now I still feel lethargic because it hasn't settled in yet. I'm super excited. Yeah.
Walk us through that moment. I know you and the family were just obviously chilling in the rooms. I heard, your dad was watching the TV, watching it on his laptop. Yeah. The boys were in the room watching it on the TV. What was that moment like for you and the family?
No, it's like one of those moments you never forget, having so many loved ones around me, all surrounded, also being supportive of me, throughout all these years. And yeah, so when my name was called out, I got a few punches in the face. I have a white shirt that has blood in it now. Yeah. So I'm never getting that out. Yeah. But yeah, just having like my family, I had a few friends over as well. So it's just a moment I'll never forget. And then mum came in, she started crying, which is pretty good. Yeah. And then they're always super proud of me. It's a moment I'll never forget, really.
Obviously, you've got an older brother that's already in the AFL. He's very young. How has he played a role and a key role in how you got to the AFL?
Yeah, he's just giving me feedback on what it takes to be like a professional athlete. Sort of, he even messaged me this morning, congratulating me again, stuff like that. But now he's saying, the hard work really starts, and just the key to having success is first impressions. First impressions of everything, to like staff, players, just using all your resources to get the best out of you. Yeah. So yeah, just probably that professionalism side has helped me heaps. Just don't take anything for granted. Because sort of, he's had his issues, but he's learned and matured so much over like the past 3 years, so he's trying to pass that wisdom down onto me, so I don't make any silly mistakes. But yeah, he's just been super big for me on that professionalism side. Yeah.
Well, you've made it to the AFL now, so what are you looking forward to? You've signed to Sydney, you're obviously going to be relocating. Yeah. It's going to be something different for you. What's that next process going to look like for you?
Probably just meeting all the boys. Sort of, they've a majority of them sort of send me a text message or a call, say, welcome to the club and stuff like that, which I thought was really good. Already sort of getting that welcome home feeling, which is nice. Yep. And yeah, sort of I've talked to the coach, assistant coaches, well-being, physios. So yeah, heaps of them sent me messages, but yeah, I didn't have to do it, but obviously they took time out of their own day to do it, which I'm super thankful for. But yeah, sort of just me and a couple of the draftees will fly up tomorrow morning. So yeah, just sort of get settled in, meet all the boys, and then I think go straight to work on Monday, which I'm super keen for. Just trying to make that first impression, trying to the respect. Yeah. But yeah, just super keen for pre-season. Yeah, get stuck into it. Yeah.
You spoke about Dandy Stingrays. That was your representative club. What was your experience like there? And obviously it was a pathway into the AFL. So what do you say to the people at Dandy Stingrays and how they've played a part of your journey?
Well, obviously, if it wasn't for all the coaches, all the staff, I wouldn't be here without them. So just sort of how much time they invest in you and your development, making sure, getting the training a bit early, doing extra touch, extra vision or whatever. And yeah, so sort of they just help me heaps, and they take, no matter who you are, say if you're like a star, or even like a bottom major coming in, like a 16, 17-year-old, they'll invest, equal amount of time in everyone. No one's above each other or anything like that, which I think is really good. So yeah, they just help me heaps sort of with my development. Obviously, you have those tough talks. They'll give you feedback saying, maybe try and improve on this. But then you go to work with them on Tuesday, Thursdays. Just honing in really what you're trying to improve on. So yeah, I'm just super grateful for, the Dandenong Stingrays, and the past couple of years I've been there. So we're just really, really one big family. So yeah, I wouldn't be there without them. And I'm just super grateful for the opportunity that they gave me.
So walk us through, what mum and dad, and the role that they've played in the whole family, but you yourself in particular, how has mum and dad really supported you?
I don't know, it's probably just because, my mum sort of works on the weekends, so she can't really be in my games, but she's obviously super supportive. Every time I come home, she'll ask me, oh, did you win? How'd you play? Who'd you verse? She is actually genuinely interested. So even though she's not a big footy fan, she still takes the time out of her day to sort of just trying to connect with me with footy.
Yep.
He's asking me every game, how did I play, and stuff like that.
Yep.
Whereas my dad, he's taking me to every game. So he's always there, he's always watching, supporting me. And I can always just count on him to be there and count on him to just really, talk to me. It's like, say if I have a bad game, just reassure me that it's not the end of the world, it's only one game. Come back bigger and better next week.
Yep.
But they've just been super supportive, obviously like that, yeah. And also my brothers as well. Obviously it's kind of hard when we're playing at the same time, but whenever they're not playing, they'll sort of come, watch our games. Like I think they came to watch my final series, because obviously they were done. So yeah, McQuay and Deng and a couple of his mates that came and watched our last couple of Stingrays game, which is, it's just pretty good. Like, they don't have to do it, but they take time out of their own busy day, come support their little brother, which I'll always appreciate.
What are some of your first goals in your first season? What are some things that you're going to be really focusing on?
Well, I think probably coming into the first season, everyone sort of wants to debut. Yeah. So obviously that will be on my card, sort of up there, play at least, play one AFL game, which will be a dream come true. But it's just, I'm just taking it week by week, so just sort of trying to learn under the more experienced players, sort of pick their brains, sort of what they do, like their routine, sort of what they do with their game, and how I can transition that into my game. So I think obviously I'll love to debut, but I think it's just my first goal is probably just really getting settled in, and respect of all the players, coaches, make sure I have a good relationship with everyone and stuff like that. That's my biggest goal at the moment. So because I'm really new.
So obviously you're a new player. Is there any particular players that you look up to or are already in contact with, that are really helping with you become, having a mentor that can really support you?
Well, I guess Max, sort of he's he's sort of gone through what I've gone through. Sort of having him by my side, that's probably the main one. And then just sort of there's mainly a couple of Sydney defenders that messaged me, like Tom McCartan, Nick Blakey. So hopefully get taken under their wing, because they're obviously 2 star defenders. Yep. So obviously get taken under their wing, sort of, like I said, pick their brain, sort of what they do. And sort of just take notes, They're the teacher, I'm the student. Obviously they're taking notes, sort of seeing what they do, how they, like what time they arrive to training, sort of like their craft, their extra touch, what they do off the field, vision, recovery. Because obviously we're in the club 5 days a week, but sort of what you do outside that time as well. Like that ties into the professionalism side. So I think hopefully just sort of getting taken under their wing, just really get started into it.
Wow, that's crazy. So, one of the last questions that I'll ask you now is, obviously as a South Sudanese player, there's quite a lot of South Sudanese players already in the AFL. And you've obviously been part of, Next Gen Unite and the Cup and the trainings. What has that journey meant for you? And just being around so many South Sudanese players outside of the AFL, and connecting with some of those young boys, and how do you see the trajectory of our community going forward in the AFL?
I think even next year, I reckon it'll be so much bigger. Sort of what we started last year, and it was pretty big, and then this year just went to a whole new level. Like the amount, it was on the news, the amount of South Sudanese players that came down to do coaching and that watched. So I just think really with the NGU, the sky's the ceiling for us. And I feel like sort of with the training, just having so many South Sudanese kids that are keen to play footy and keen to get the best out of themselves creates a real good environment, a real good energy. Which I think it's super important for all of us to sort of, we have one thing is sort of a bond over, and just really be excited about training, playing footy, getting to know one another. So I just think it's just really one big happy family. Sort of no matter where we come from, east side, west side, sort of have that rivalry. Sort of in the game. But once the game's over, shake hands. All love. It's all love. It's all love. Which I think is really big. Really big.
And the last question that I'll ask is, what message would you send to young people that would like to get into the position that you are in today? Being drafted into the AFL, entering the system. What advice would you give those young people?
Just never stop trying. I think with me, I've had my setbacks. It didn't happen last year. It happened for me this year, thankfully. So even if it doesn't happen in your 18th year, it's not over for you. Keep on trying, keep on doing the hard work. Because if you don't do the hard work, you won't get there. So it's really just honing in the hard work, doing the extras on and off the field, and using all your resources, like your coaches, sort of getting feedback every game, even messaging them, what did I do? What can I improve on? And then you're just really, trying to, it's really trying to focus on those things. And my main one is using all those resources, because they're big for you, and that's what obviously got me to a place where I'm super happy and I'm super grateful for. So yeah, just really using all your resources, family, friends, coaches, getting as much feedback as possible, and really doing all the hard work on and off the field.
Now, we're all anticipating an Andrews versus Andrews matchup. Sydney Swans versus the Gold Coast Suns. Who is winning that game? And will you be playing on Mac if he's playing in the forward line?
Yeah, he actually sent a message a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
He said, if we verse each other, I want to play forward, so I kick forward you. I said, listen, bro, you'd be lucky to get 5 touches on me. That's what I said.
Battle of the Andrews.
Battle of the Andrews.
Battle of the Andrews. Who's going to win?
Sydney on top.
Sydney on top.
That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, man. Hey, that's going to be a match that we're hopefully going to be there to be able to witness and then do interviews on, because we all want to watch that matchup. But nah, super exciting. We love to see it. Love to see the brotherly love. You know, at the end of the day, it's always healthy competition. Well, that's all the questions that I have for you today. But, you know, I just want to say thank you and appreciate you giving up your time. Obviously, know it's a very special moment for you and it hasn't even sunk in. But, you know, these are the types of stories that we want to show in the community, because these are success stories. And, you know, I want to be able to continue to share these stories across the board so that young people like the ones that are going to be watching are going to be like, I can do that too. So, you know, thank you very much. It's a very special moment for you and your family. We want to say that we love you, we support you, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to work together in the future. So congratulations,
Thanks,
brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Always, brother.
Thank you.